Hello to all of you and all the good traders. I hope that you have learned these past few sessions and there was no problem with it. There was something about indicators that I told you. You shouldn't use these indicators alone. You have to combine them with tools like Fibonacci, trendline. You should use them all. And indicators are with a delay. They will announce your enter point and exit point with a delay. We go to the oscillators, and then let me find it. It's relative vigor index. It's like includes two moving averages, a blue one and a red one. And its difference with RSI and CCI is that it announces for you the entry point of your order sooner. Like this chart is downtrend right now. It's downwards. Because I haven't taught you the future analysis. Now my uptrend has gone down, so it's a downtrend. For selling, sell positions. When there's a cross, when this cross happens, when it gets across this green one from the top to the bottom, and the edge of this moving average is downwards, you can do your selling positions and put that order's target according to Fibonacci and all those tools. These walls that are the risky zones of this tool, you can do it in this zone. When this green line crosses this red line upwards and the edge of the moving average is upwards, you can start buying until there's a cross again. Or you have a more long-term orders. In those upper walls, you can put your order. One of the errors of indicators, it has happened here as well. So fortunately we have it, so I can explain it fully. I draw my trend line. Here, my trend is downtrend. There's nothing like an upwards trend for me right now. This RBI indicator has gotten us a cross, and the green one is above the red line. It has gone up here in this, a lot of this zone, but my trend was downtrend. It's one of the mistakes that indicators make. And this here was an upwards thing. We could say that it's a sideways form in the market, but it has had an error bug here as well. Here that it has confirmed the uptrend, it still making the mistakes. Here it's about 920 pips. It has error of 920 pips. if we wanted to trade with this indicator, we would have gone into negative for 16 candles, and it would add to my negatives. It's one of the like more popular mistakes in the like more common mistakes in indicators. When you got professional, you don't need these indicators anymore. But my job is to explain these to you all. Okay, I will repeat the rules again. The rule 1. When the red moving average, no, I mean green one, is under the red moving average and it's like a cross, you can start like sell positions. Rule 2. Like here. There's been a cross, but it's going flat. It's going straight. You shouldn't trade here, and according to these indicators. When there's the two moving averages facing downwards, you can do sell position. When the green line crosses the red line and it's above the red line, you can do buy positions. And the two lines should be facing upwards. When we go to the next indicators, okay, go to the oscillators, volumes. It isn't really usable, it's not really practical. Money flow index, it's not really usable as well. But I've seen so many people use this indicator. And the explanation is like the other indicators. When this line, this moving average, it hits the upper wall, like top wall, 80 risk wall, and it forms a hook, you can start your selling positions until it hits the lower wall. When it got down under the lower wall, and when it starts under 20, it starts to go upwards again, and it's like a hook. You can start saying that you can start doing buy positions. It has formed a hook, but it's swinging in the risky wall. Like for buy positions here, exactly here. It has gotten close to the wall, and it's like have gotten a hook form. And again, it has hit the upper wall, a hook form, and again, it has dropped downwards. This indicator, it has a bug that in this risky wall, here that it has gone up, before it I don't trade. I could do a buy position according to this indicator, but if you pay attention to the chart is going down here, going downwards. This is the bugs of indicators. To lessen our mistakes of our indicators, we can change the time period. I change it to see what is best. This mistake, I found it out. This zone, when it has gone down, exactly here, my candle has gone up, and again, it has dropped down. So, like 8 time period is good for it. It will lessen your mistakes. And if you want to trade according to this line, it's better than the default time period. We go to the next time indicator, volumes, unbalanced volume, OBV. They're not really useful. Bill Williams, fractals. You always see there's like these little triangles on my screen, and everyone asks, what is these? And no one explains it to them. These fractals is when the candle's price gets finished or it makes a high, means a candle that has a shadow from the top, or a candle can't like pass that line, it makes a fractal or a high. Here, it's like a high for me, this candle. It's like a V bottom. It couldn't like pass it, or easier to say, when that price in that zone finishes and the future price can't pass it, there's a fractals. And these fractals gets like created after which time frames? It would be 1.5 candles later. 1.5 hour later, there will be a fractals for you. Let me tell you exactly here. You see here, this candle has finished. The next candle has started working and it gets finished in the 1 hour time frame. The second one starts working. Half an hour goes by, and here the fractals like gets shown. Another thing about fractals, when 2 fractals are close to each other. Let me give you an example. If I have this kind of thing in this chart. We don't have it here. Let me higher my time frame. Maybe I could find it easily. Okay. Like here. It's not really that good, but it's an example. Or here. This candle has a long shadow, and 2 candle has been finished, but it's not a fractals here, because these 2 fractals can't be close to each other. They should have like the distance of 2 or 3 candles. The other thing that fractals do, if it's installed in your chart, you can easily draw your Fibonacci's and your trend lines. What does that mean? When we're talking about Fibonacci, we say that the floor high to the cap high, they will be connected. And there's been fractals there, so I know there's a Fibonacci here. So the present of the market. If I know there's a high here and there's a fractals here as well, I can draw Fibonacci here because the price has been finished and it's closed. You can easily see your highs with your fractals. If you want to draw a trend line, I have this high and I have another high here. And it has like this kind of thing for me here. Now, in the top of my chart, I have another fractals here. When there's fractals, you don't have to go and find a long shadow. Wherever there's a long shadow, you have a fractals. These fractals tells you like how easier that there's a high there or the price has been closed. I drew my trend line right here. And the second thing is you can like identify your pivots with your fractals. Whenever there's a fractal, it means the price has been closed. And the future resistance has not been broken. Like here the price has been closed and fractals has been created because the price couldn't pass these like pivots, resistances. These are my pivots. Wherever there's a fractals, there's a pivot. I wanted to tell you the pivots. I said that whichever candle that has a long shadow is a pivot. According to these fractals, I can like identify my pivots easier. These are all the blue zones are all pivots. I can't say there's a pivot here because it's in the trend. It's in the wave. It isn't a high or not a pivot. But because the price couldn't pass this candle, there's a fractals. You should pay attention to these like bugs so you wouldn't make mistakes. Look, it's in the trend, inside of the trend. When can you say that there's a high here that and it's valid when it's going down, not continue to go in the same direction? Okay, so you understood fractals. Always put these tools on your chart. You see that I always use these in my charts. And then I'm sorry. One of the parts of the volumes was left. Okay. You see, this tool, volumes, is an indicator that shows you the strength of buyers and sellers. The green bars are the buyer's strength and the red bars are the seller's strength. And when you may ask that, why are these like longer or shorter than each other? Like in this time, like here, it means that all the buyers have gone into buying. The next bar is higher than the last one. Because the buyers of the next candle were more than the last candle. So these bars show you the strength of the buyers and sellers. How many buyers were there or sellers? So when the trend is downtrend, it's like red lines and red bars. When it's upwards, when it's uptrend, it's green bars. How can you analyze with it or use it? Like I'm on my chart, I see that there's a red line. I wait for it to see if the next bar is red or green. If it is red, it's fortunately going to go downwards. But if it's green, it's going to go upwards. Okay. And this is finished as well. We go to Bill Williams. This is not really suitable for now. It's like volumes, but you can use MACD more. Let me explain it so you wouldn't say that I didn't do it. Okay, see, accelerator, oscillator. It's just like MACD. You have a zero line here, horizontal line. I mark my horizontal line. When the bars are above the zero, like zone, zero's line, and are green bars, and are finishing higher than each other, you have a like a up signal, a bullish signal. And when the green bar becomes a red bar, you know that the price is probably going to drop. But we shouldn't do the sell positions here. We always say, as long as the bars are above the zero line, we have buy positions, and when it's under the zero line, we have sell positions. The like 2 bars later, again buyers got the strength, like the upper hand. And in here is like this as well. When my bars are under the zero line, I'm exactly on sell positions here because it's red and also it's under the zero line. There was an upwards moving of the price here that is green, and again there was a bug here. This is another bug of indicators. Let me mark it exactly. Here to here. You see, I could open sell positions here in this zone. I have 3 downwards candles, and all of a sudden it's upwards, it's green. This candle has gone up, and the next candle has gone down, but this still shows a green bars. So you see that there's nothing like a buy position here, but here it gives you a buy signal. I'll tell you this. All of the indicators have like bugs. Analyzing, you will like understand and learn next session, and you won't need these indicators anymore. Okay. Alligator is one of the more popular indicators in MetaTrader. Is included, the 3 moving averages are included in it. Blue, red and green, and it shows like a hungry alligator. Why do we call it a hungry alligator or a full alligator? It can announce you its bugs are a lot less than other indicators, and it can give you the exact entry and exit points. So this indicator is like included with 3 moving averages. When we want to do buy positions, this green line will cross the red and blue line and is above all of them. And the red line, first green and then red, and blue is later than like each one of them. You can like have safe orders here, safe buy orders. There's like a cross here. The green line goes above the 2 lines, and the red line is after it, and it breaks the blue line, and it's above the blue line. The red line is always in the middle, but the green and blue ones always replace, like, change places. So for buying is like this. When this alligator, when it's going flat, and we have sideways market, mostly these 2 lines are on each other, and it shows that the market is asleep. When these 2 lines gets further from each other, it gives you a warning that it's not sideways anymore, and the price may go up. Expect an intense swing in the market. For selling is like this as well. When the green line crosses the red one and then the blue one, and the red one crosses the blue one, and the green one is under red and blue, you can start doing your sell positions. One of the techniques that I can tell you, when these 3 lines gets further from each other, their distance between them is long. Expect the trend to have a reversal. Like it has gone up and they get further from each other. So it should expect that the trend is going to go down. And another point that I want to tell you is when the candles in this trend, they get further from the lines, you should expect the price to have a reversal. So whenever the candles also gets further from these lines, expect a reversal, so wait and then go into the opening orders. And if it's here, your order, try to close your order. Let me repeat again. When these 3 lines are in a flat line and they're with each other on the side of each other, it shows that this alligator is asleep, and here that it has gotten further from each other, this alligator is awake, and we should expect an intense news or a reversal from here, this chart. we can change the time period of alligators. Let me change this. Okay. So I can get the signal sooner. Here. It like gave me the signal with a delay. Let me change the numbers. Okay. The blue line gone up. I think 6 is okay. This 4 and this is 1. Okay. Here. The cross has like been done sooner. See the time period 641. This is good. Now shift. It's like being zoomed in or zoomed out. I change it. It's a little more fixed. It's good for now. And the red line. Let me fix it a little. Okay. Let me test it to see what's gonna happen. Okay, here it's the sideways formal market. The two lines have crossed each other and have gone down, and again they have crossed each other and have gone up. You can analyze it sooner with this until this zone. We have lost a little bit here, and again this has made a cross. This is the best way that I could show you. Whichever indicator that is more easy for your like trading strategies, do it. Okay. Try to use your trend line and Fibonacci. I put a parallel for my trade line and I draw my Fibonacci. Like it has hit in these pivots. When the market opens, we can like expect it to go upwards, the price. We should wait for it to signal. Okay. And then an alligator. Let me see what is left. Okay. There's nothing here for now. I will repeat again if I remember something. Okay. Let me delete alligator. Oh. Yeah. I'm thinking and I can't like put my mind on it, finger on it. This moving average, the candle that is on the line, when the price goes up and it has hit my moving average, we should expect it to drop. And if my red moving average breaks, it hits my blue like moving average and it will drop again. And then next point. When will my like trend gets confirmed and I can sell easily? When this green line gets under it and crosses the two other lines, definitely should be at least one candle and at most 2 candles gets finished under this green line. And then again you can like open your order. So for getting confirmation from alligator indicator, these three lines, they should be finished and then open your order. So don't forget this point. Okay, there's nothing else there. Gator, escalator. No, it's not suitable for you. It has a lot of bugs. I don't want to consume our time. Okay. Okay, it's good now. It's enough for this session. I want you to practice these. And I always like tell you the 3 or 4 indicators and then give you like a break so you won't be confused, because if you don't practice these, they will leave your mind, the rules. Hope to see you next session, and I hope that you definitely practice. I'm insisting on practicing with demo accounts. Like even if you're trading for 10 years, again, trade with demo versions and you will have a lot of experience from this market from demo versions. These markets has so many secrets that you can't find them all at once. Like there's even some things that I don't know. I want you to practice on demo account as long as you want and to be a successful trader.